Hey guys, it's Caitlin. I wanted to come on here today and talk to you a little bit about the Ensis Roger. I've not long had this and I have a few notes about it that are very interesting to share. But I think parawinging may change the game for us a little bit here because it is pretty addictive. I've always been a mad winger and I kind of got into downwind paddling recently and I'm still sort of progressing in that area. And then the parawing came along and we were lucky enough to be able to try the Roger from Ensis, which is great. I think it's really going to probably not shortcut your downwind journey as it's hard in its own way, but I'd say it will really help your downwind journey in a sense that there's a lot of similarities in your get up, your paddle ups, your parawing ups, whatever you would call it. It also gives you the ability to do runs on your own without needing to shuttle places, and it's just another fun one to learn. So Roger looks like this, has a bar. It's great because it has a blue and a grey side. Blue to the sky, that's all you have to think. So the blue is always up. Your leading edge will just pop up. I would suggest flying it around on the beach first to just learn, and then it becomes pretty easy. So you have your lines, your bar, your kite, and that's it. That's all you really need to think about. So the get-ups. Basically, I would suggest starting on a pretty big board, something like a downwind board or a torpedo, the subfoil behind me. I'd probably say 90 litres plus just to give you the stability you need to get going. So when you start and finding the best way to get up, you're kind of pumping up your board. So when you're learning, do not try and go out in light wind because it's frustrating. Go out on a windier day and you need as much pull as you can get. The parawings are interesting because they seem to have not a lot of power when you're getting up and then heaps of power once you're up. So to learn, we started with big boards, big foils, and kind of 15 to 20 knots, and that seemed to really help. So you launch your kite, you paddle up by bouncing your legs, you kind of wait for a little bump and wait for a gust of wind, and that'll allow you to just cruise on up. And then once you're up, it feels a lot similar to wingfoiling. And the Ensis Roger is awesome because it turns really nicely. So when you turn your bar, your kite's going to follow. They are pretty volatile in a sense that they kind of flap all over the place, but that's just parawinging, and I think it's just going to be an interesting one to get used to. And then you can kind of just cruise around like that. As you jibe, you just sort of pop the wing in front of you, turn it and go around underneath it. And then you can do the awesome thing where you stow away. So you're holding a bar, it's flying, you tilt it up and you just grab it all, pack it down. We don't have a pouch yet, but you pack it down and then you can kind of ride the swell with it all packed away. So that's a little bit about the Ensis Roger. So there'll be more adventures on this for sure, but hope that helps some people get into it now.